The YTPC Joshua Stewart smoking a pipe up north in the woods. Once again, we're down south in the shop, not up north in the woods. Get it out of the way, the housekeeping right away, as they say. Got my, oh, what brand is this? It's a Rhodesian, I believe it's called. Got the round and the, yeah, Bulldog or Rhodesian. I'm pretty sure it's a Rhodesian. This is one I picked up at a flea market a few weeks ago, cleaned it up, and pretty decent pipe. I think I've showed it before. And in it, had a little bit of John Cotton's Double Press Kentucky. Now this is some of the stuff that Bill Keach gave me a sample of. I think it was at the swap meet when I bought this pipe. I think that's when I got it. Anyway, yeah, he gave me a little sample of stuff. I loved it, so I bought a tin. But I don't know, for some reason tonight it's not clicking like it did other times. I've noticed that a little bit the last couple of days. I don't know if it's something to do with the weather or what, but I think was it one of the last videos I did? It might have been the last video I did, the Borkum Riff Black Cavendish. I was kind of neutral on it during the video. I wasn't getting that it was as bad as other people had said it was. Talking about you, Garrett. But after I got done making the video, I was only maybe halfway through the bowl. By the time I was done with the video, maybe a little further, but the further I got down, the worse it got. And it just, I finished it, but it wasn't terribly pleasant, and I don't know, I'll maybe have to try it again someday just to see what I thought, because I think I did get a little bit of one of the English blends that was just on the top that affected the flavor at the beginning, which maybe is what made it more palatable at the beginning. But, and I don't remember what I had after that. But whatever it was, I wasn't feeling it. Thought it was just because it kind of left that Borkum Riff just kind of put me off a little bit. Then the next night, which I think that was last night, I had my pipe. I thought I'd have some of the Blue Ridge that Garrett sent me, because that stuff has been really, I've been liking that stuff quite a bit. And I had it in the same pipe that I've had almost every other bowl that I've had in it, and I wasn't feeling it, which was disappointing because I'd really been liking that up to that point, and it just wasn't feeling it. So I finished the bowl. It was only like a half bowl to begin with. I didn't fill a full pipe with it. But, so then I thought, well, I'll just go back to aromatic. So I've got the Captain Black Dark I put in there in a different pipe, but that one I was able to enjoy. But this is my first pipe of the day or the evening, I guess. We're well into evening now. Yeah, I mean it's still a decent blend, but just I don't know. And I I broke off my normal amount off of the plug or crumble cake or whatever you want to call it. And this pipe has got such a big bowl, it was not even hardly half full, which would probably fill one of my legend corn cobs. So, any of you guys ever run into that a blend that you really like most of the time, it just for a few days maybe you're not feeling, I don't know, maybe I got a little bit of a cold or something. It's like say I was feeling kind of ill on Monday, so maybe I just have a little something lingering from that. That's just changing the way I taste stuff or something. And maybe I'll have to just go to aromatics, back to the aromatics for a few days or something. Didn't really know what I was going to talk about tonight, other than that. But I guess one other thing I could maybe mention is um, watched one of Paladin's videos a little while back, and he talked about how he's got a I don't know 10-year-old truck or so that he likes it, and he's stuck some pretty serious money into it to keep it going for I think it was like a 10-year-old truck or something. Stuck thousands of dollars into it, which I get it. I get it because we didn't spend many thousands of dollars, but my wife's car, she's got like a 10-year-old Ford Explorer. Pretty decent vehicle for the most part. But it had, I don't know if you're familiar with those cars, but once they get a little bit higher mileage, like ours does, they get known to have a water pump issue. And on those particular engines, it's not like the old days where the water pump was right on the front of the engine and, a half hour you could replace a water pump. These particular engines, the water pump is like down inside the engine, and I think the mechanic said flat rate is like a 10-hour job or something, 10 or 11-hour job to replace the water pump because you got to tear the engine half apart to get to it. Not just all the pulleys and stuff on the outside, but you actually have to get into the engine, and the water pump was actually run by the timing chain, so you actually have to remove the timing chain. And I looked into all this. I've done plenty of mechanic work in my day, but it's like, that sounds like it'd be really easy to screw something up, and so talked to a guy that works. He actually works his day job at the Ford garage, at the Ford dealership, and talked to him. Oh yeah, I've done several of those, and he does a little moonlighting, so brought it to him a couple of days ago, and he worked on it a couple of evenings after work, and brought it back tonight and it ended up being probably a third the cost it would have cost to have the dealership do it, but it was still well over $1,000. But and he recommended that, considering it's got a few miles on it, as long as he's in there, it's probably worth it to replace the timing chain too. Which it's like, oh geez, but the labor isn't going to be any extra. It's only going to be the materials, which, a couple $100. But so it's like, well, yeah, I guess as long as you're in there, and that's something that's kind of a known issue when they get higher mileage, do that too. So we got a new timing chain and new water pump, and he said things were looking good other than that while he was in there. So hopefully it'll be good for quite a while yet. And wife likes the car, so that's all that really matters. And mechanically it seems like it's doing pretty good, so we'll drive it until it starts to rust away, which probably won't be too long in Minnesota. But so yeah, this is Thursday night as I'm recording this. What is it? June 6th. Yeah, Thursday, June 6th. I'll be heading up north to the woods tomorrow. Just unfortunately be just another real quick trip. I gotta help my parents move. They live on a farm that they've lived on for almost 50 years, where I grew up at. They actually moved to town a little over a year ago, a year and a half ago, something like that. And the whole farm is actually going to get bulldozed down because it's sitting on top of a pretty good gravel vein. So the whole farm is becoming a gravel pit. So gotta go down there this weekend to mom and dad's and help them get some stuff moved off the farm. Get some stuff sorted into whatever's going to go to auctions and which is going to go into storage and which is going to that I'll be taking, or one of my brothers will be taking, or whatever. So going up north to get my trailer. I got my it's like a utility trailer, and I'll bring that down to mom and dad's. I'll probably haul a couple loads for them to the storage building. And then I'll probably end up hauling a load of stuff that I'll be claiming back, or stuff that was mine that got left there 30 years ago when I moved away. But yeah, kind of mixed feelings knowing that the house that you grew up in is going to get bulldozed over and be gone in a few months probably. But that's the way life goes, I guess. So anyway, I'll probably try to make a quick little video when I'm up north. You say if I make it in a higher resolution, I'll probably wait to upload it until probably Saturday night before I'll be able to get decent Wi-Fi that I can upload it. Or if I record at lower resolution, I might just do a 5-minute video, or I might be too busy and not be able to make a video at all. Who knows? Because I got a bunch of chores that need to get done. So, yeah, busy weekend coming up. Busy summer coming up by the looks of it. Hadn't been so focused on getting through the graduation that haven't really looked ahead to anything else. So it's like, now we got to get the rest of the summer figured out, and all of a sudden we're looking and it's like every weekend is just about full already. So anyway, been rambling long enough on basically nothing. So hope you enjoyed my rattling around whatever's in my brain and see what comes out. So I'm going to finish this up, which the bowl looks just about empty, but it looked just about empty when I started. I was probably into it 10 minutes before I started recording, so. Anyway, let you go. Have a good day. Joshua Stewart smoking a pipe up north in the woods.